Hey, how are you guys, you Uvalde Classical Academy 6th graders? Again, this is Mrs. Langham, and we are in our Writing and Rhetoric book, book 6. All right, we're continuing on our lesson for this week, and we are going to start on page 185. Okay, now this is one of many videos within this same series, and so you need to follow along. Again, you need to have your highlighter, you need to have a pencil, and that kind of thing, and of course, your book, because you should be reading along with me. Even though we are in this COVID-19 school closure, you still have to do your work. I see you. I know who you are. Don't make me call out your name on YouTube. I know. All right, here we go. We're reading something today entitled Etiquette for the Ballroom, for the Gentleman. So gents, be paying attention. All right, this is adapted from the Gentleman's Book of Etiquette and Manual for Politeness by Cecil B. Hartley. Here we go. Of all the amusements open for young people, none is more delightful and more popular than dancing. Nothing will give ease of manner and graceful carriage to a gentleman more surely than the knowledge of dancing. A good dancer never feels embarrassment on the dance floor. Consequently, he never appears aware of the existence of his feet and carries his hands and arms gracefully. Learn to dance. You will find it to be one of the very best plans for correcting bashfulness. When you receive an invitation to a ball, answer it immediately. If you go alone, go from the dressing room to the ballroom, find your host and hostess, and speak first to them. If there are several daughters in the house, take the earliest opportunity of paying your respects to each of them, and invite one of them to dance with you the first dance. Aw, how cute. If she is already engaged, you should endeavor to engage her for a dance later in the evening. Now, it doesn't mean engaged as in like you've got a ring on your finger. This type of engagement is talking about if she's already talking to someone. So the word engaged actually has a whole bunch of different meanings. You should take this moment to pause the video, go to dictionary.com and go Google engagement and see what the other definitions are. Okay, I'll wait for you to do that. Okay, I'm so glad you're back. Let's keep reading. All right, I forgot where we are. Here we go. When you have engaged a partner for a dance, you should go to her a few minutes before the music starts, that you may not be hurried in taking your place upon the floor. In inviting a lady to dance with you, use the words, "Will you honor me with your hand for a dance?" Or, "Shall I have the honor of dancing with you?" Or, "Shall I have the pleasure of dancing with you?" Offer a lady your arm to lead her to the dance. I really wish we were in class right now because we were absolutely going to do dance lessons with this particular reading. So we're just going to have to wait. And when we come back and we can all be more than 6 feet in distance from each other, we are going to learn to classical dance. And it's going to be fun. You're going to enjoy it. And we're going to use all of these rules. It's going to be great. So just imagine yourself dancing. Here we go. Offer a lady your arm to lead her to the dance, and in pass between... Again, my reading skills tonight are not that great. Let's try it again. Offer a lady your arm to lead her to the dance, and in the pauses between the figures, try to make pleasant conversation. Now let me make a note. Pleasant conversation means that you are going to be kind and nice, not sarcastic. You're not going to talk about gross subjects. No talking about licking socks or anything else that 6th grade boys might be conversing about, okay? Polite and kind conversation. When the dance is over, offer your arm to your partner and inquire whether she prefers to go immediately to her seat or wishes to promenade. I don't think I said that right. Promenade. I think that's how you say it. If she chooses the former, conduct her to her seat and stand near her for a few moments, chatting, and then bow. Make sure it's a big, gracious bow. Bow and give other gentlemen an opportunity of addressing her. If she prefers to promenade, is that what I said? Promenade? I don't know. If she prefers to promenade again, my reading. Okay, here we go. If she prefers to promenade, amble with her until she expresses a wish to sit down. Inquire before you leave her whether you can be of any service, and if the supper room is open, invite her to go in there with you. Let your hostess understand that you are at her service for the evening, that she may ask you to dance with any wallflower, as unattractive as she may prove. Now, do you know what a wallflower is? A wallflower is someone who at a dance, they stand against the wall as far as they can be because they don't know what else to do and they don't really want to dance, so they're like plastered to the wall. So it's saying that it's polite if you see someone uncomfortably plastered to the wall, that you go and you ask them to dance and you help them feel comfortable, because that's part of being polite, is you help others feel comfortable as well. All right. If you happen to see a wallflower, where was that? Aha. Make yourself as agreeable to them as possible. Your conduct will differ if you escort a lady to a ball. Then your principal attentions must be paid to her. You must call her for punctuality at the hour she is appointed, and it is your duty to provide the carriage. Do not make your lady walk to the ball, gentlemen. You may carry her a bouquet of flowers, if you will. And side hint, girls love flowers. Always bring flowers. Experience. When you arrive at the destination, leave the carriage and assist her in alighting. Give her your left arm and escort her to the ballroom. Find the hostess and leave your companion to her. And when they have exchanged greetings, lead your lady to a seat and then engage her for the first dance. Tell her that while you will not here we go. Sorry, I swallowed my spit wrong. I am not contagious. Tell her that while you will not deprive others of the pleasure of dancing with her, you are desirous of dancing with her whenever she is not more pleasantly engaged. You must take her in to supper and be ready to leave the party whenever she wishes to do so. If you have come alone to the ball, do not devote yourself entirely to one lady. Divide your attentions among several, and rarely dance twice in succession with the same partner. Give your partner your whole attention when dancing with her, and then let your eyes wander around the room and make remarks betraying your interest in others. Is not flattering. Okay, so what it's saying is that when you're dancing with someone, be focused on that person. If you didn't come with a date, then it's okay to dance with other people. It's okay, but do not be like dancing with one person, be like, hello, and then be looking over here and be like, oh, she's prettier than the one I'm dancing with. No, that's not how it works. You must be loyal to your lady. True. And it helps when you speak in an accent. That also is nice. All right, now we're going to talk about table etiquette, but this time it's for the ladies. Now, I did not find the list of dancing etiquette for ladies, but I will find it. And I will find the table etiquette for men. Just wait. Table etiquette for the ladies. We are on page 186. And this comes from the Ladies' Book of Etiquette and Manual for Politeness by Florence Hartley. So I think these two Hartley people who wrote these, I feel like they were probably married. Here we go. In order to appear perfectly well-bred at the table when in company or in public, as at a hotel, you must pay attention to table etiquette. If you neglect the little details at home and in private, they will be performed awkwardly when you are in company. By making them habitual, they will become natural and appear easy. Avoid making noise in eating, even if such a meal is to be eaten in solitary state. It is a disgusting habit, and one not easily cured if one is concentrated to make any noise with the lips when eating. Okay, that means no, what's up, doc? Okay, no one should see the food inside of your mouth when you're chewing. No one should hear the food inside your mouth when you're chewing. And no, food should not be projected out of your mouth while you're eating. Tips from the book. Here we go. Never put large pieces of food into your mouth. Eat slowly and cut your food into small pieces before putting it in your mouth. I find it funny that it doesn't say you have to use a fork to put the food in your mouth. So if you just cut it up and you're like, I'm just going to grab this steak, please, thank you. I don't know. Here we go. Oh, it does say, I didn't read far enough. It says use your fork. Okay, use your fork, a spoon, but never a knife to put food into your mouth. Because it's a safety hazard to put a knife in your mouth? I'm just going to leave that one there. If you are asked at a table what part of meat you prefer, name your favorite piece, but do not give such information unless you are asked to do so. To point out any essential part of a dish and ask for it is ill-bred. That's a fancy way for saying rude. To answer when asked to select a part that say, let me start over yet again. I'm sorry, guys. It's late. I've been doing this for a while. Here we go. To answer when asked to select a part that it doesn't matter or I can eat any part is annoying to the carver, and he cares little less than you care certainly, and he would prefer to give you the piece that you like best instead. So what this part is saying is it's saying that if you're given a choice to choose what you want, be honest in what you're asking for. But if you're not giving a choice, don't be like, I'm not eating anything unless I get the prime rib. Don't be all stuck up with your nose up in the air like this and be, stubborn. But they're saying if someone asks you, you have the right to respond and say, yes, I would love that piece, and no, I don't like that piece. But if no one asks you, opinions to yourself. Okay, next tidbit of information. Do not blow on coffee, tea, or soup. Wait until they cool to taste the liquids. You guys have all seen me drink coffee in class. I break this one every single day. And most of the time, I drink it and it's too hot. And then I walk around. I'm like, ha! Yeah, apparently that's ill-bred. I need to work on that one. That'll be my etiquette work during the quarantine. Here we go. Never put poultry or fish bones or stones of fruit upon the tablecloth, but place them on the edge of your plate. Now, when it says the stones of fruit, what do you think they're talking about? They're talking about the seeds. So think about a peach or something like that. It's got a big seed in the middle. You don't want to just take that gooey, gross, drippy peach seed and smack it down on a white tablecloth. No. That mess belongs on your plate. Do not begin to eat until others at the table are ready to commence too. That means if you're eating with people, don't just start shoving food in your mouth. Say grace, wait for other people to get their food. Be polite, be considerate, look at other people. You guys are going to spend a lot of time at home, and probably you're going to have a lot more family meals than you have in the past. So I encourage you, help yourself, help your siblings, help your parents. Have a meal that practices good manners. All right. Sit easy in your chair, neither too near the table nor too far, and avoid such tricks as putting your arms on the table, leaning back lazily in your chair, or playing with your knife, fork, or spoon. So you're not supposed to sit like this. You're not supposed to sit so close that you can't see anything. Okay, just be normal. Be nice. Be polite when you eat, and no slouching all over. Nice. Enjoy. Sit quietly. Sit up straight. Be a human. All right. Never pile food on your plate. It looks as if you feared it would all be gone before you could be helped again, and it will certainly make your attempts to cut the food awkward if your plate is crowded. If there is a delicacy, that means something really delicious or special. If there is a delicacy upon the table, partake of it sparingly and never help yourself to a second time. So what it's talking about is if there's something particularly delicious, don't grab it and be like, that's ice cream. I want it all. None for my siblings, right? That's not what it's talking about. Make sure you get a serving, but you want to leave some for everybody. Don't just rush and have it be all about you. We've seen what all about you can do, right? That's why we have a shortage of toilet paper right now. It's because people saw this and they were like, toilet paper is special, buy it all. And then none of the rest of us have toilet paper. Yeah, don't treat dessert like toilet paper in more than one respect. Okay, going forward. If you wish to cough, use your handkerchief. Rise from the table and leave the room. If you do not have time to do this, cover your mouth and turn your head aside from the table and perform the disagreeable necessity as rapidly and quietly as possible. And we've all been practicing good, sneezing and coughing techniques. Obviously, don't spit on people when you cough. No, in front of people, it doesn't do you any good if you're over or under, Gotta be polite. So if you're sitting at the table, you turn away from the table, you cough, and then you come back to the conversation. Like nothing ever happened, because you are proper. You're proper, my dear. Here we go. Last little paragraph here. Avoid no. I don't know what that says. Looks like gustulation. I'm going to look that one up too. I don't know. You should look that one up as well. So, avoid being rude. We'll just say, because I'm sure that's what it means. Avoid being rude at the table. Indeed, a well-bred lady will never gesticulate, but converse quietly, letting the expression and animation of her features give force to her words. So I actually don't know what that means, but as soon as this video is over, I'm going to look it up, and then in our chat later, I'm going to ask you what it means. So I highly suggest that you do yourself a favor and that you look up that word, gesticulation, and let's find out what it means, and we'll do that in our discussion here in just a minute. Because believe it or not, teachers are not walking encyclopedias or dictionaries. There are things we run into all the time that we don't know how to pronounce, we don't know how to say, we don't know how to spell sometimes. So we all need to learn. We all need to take responsibility for the things that we don't know and figure them out. So that's your homework, and mine as well. All right, now this is really the last paragraph. Never, when at home at the table, leave unless the other members of the family are ready to rise as well. Now that you've become familiar with some of these ideas of politeness that were accepted in the 19th century, take a look at the passage from Pride and Prejudice in which the characters attend a dance. How does the behavior of the various characters match up to the rules of politeness that you've just read? So as you go on into the next little section here, there's going to be a contrasting material from Pride and Prejudice, and that's a very famous book, and there's lots of discussion that you can do. So I want you to read that kind of on your own, and then watch this next video that we're going to do, and I'm going to read that, and then we're going to have some discussion of what that is. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little short mini lesson on politeness. I will attach some videos into our lesson plan so that you can watch a real fancy dance and you can watch a real fancy dinner. So all right, we'll see you later. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to meeting with you again for our next lesson. All right, again, that was we stopped on page 188. So have a great time. Bye, Uvalde Classical 6th graders.